Hi, Laura here from Front Office Rocks, and I want to tell you about the newest thing that I have found and I'm using in my office and I'm so super excited about. Practice by Numbers. Practice by Numbers is a metric software that we started with in January in order to help my practice become more proactive, to be ahead of what's going on in my practice. There's a ton of stuff with it I'm not going to go over now, but I'm really excited about one part of Practice by Numbers. I'm going to introduce Rohit here to show you one area in Practice by Numbers, and I'm going to tell you at the end how much I love it and why. So Rohit, can you show us about this section of Practice by Numbers?
Yeah, absolutely, Laura. So most of the practices, you have to make a lot of phone calls to bring patients back in. You have to try to close the doors with the patients leaving the practice. And different areas are recall, bringing them back into the practice, treatment, patient reactivation, canceled and failed appointments. What Practice by Numbers can do is it can keep track of all the calls made within the different categories. So you can track how many recall calls were made, how many treatment follow-up calls were made, or patient reactivation calls were made. But you can also keep track of how many calls were made per employee. And that's important as well, because that can help you understand if your employees or if your staff members are saying the right things, if some of them need more training, or if the incentive programs are working for them or not. And with this, you can track and go down to an employee level. For example, right down here, this particular office has made about 190 calls this month, and the conversion ratio is about 17 to 20%. And as you bring more and more employees on board, you can try to see if one employee is able to make more conversions when they make outgoing calls versus other employees. And this makes it very accountable between different staff members.
So for me, as a trainer with Front Office Rocks and an office manager myself, I now have a resource to see how my team is doing. I have a way to track the calls. I have a way to see if they're good at converting the patients. I have a way to sit down with my team members and talk about actual statistics and not just gut feelings. Because the one thing we don't have enough of in the front desk is time. So I want to make sure my employees are as efficient as possible. So if you want to learn more about Front Office Rocks, you can search Front Office Rocks and Practice by Numbers. You can search on the internet for our videos or reach out to me and I will tell you how much we love it in our practice. But I just wanted to show this one portion because I bet you there's a lot of doctors and office managers out there that would love to be able to monitor this. So thank you for taking time watching our quick little video.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Laura.